like I said, 经济书 from academic ancient literature review is 4,000 years old. And this particular Jade piece, we're talking about 3 levels of breathing. And now somebody tell you that, no, don't worry about it. It's natural breathing. Something gone really wrong, isn't it? True, yeah? So think about it. With the person who told you that, does he really know? Does he really know what he's talking about, energy work? It's up to you. You're the person. You're the person to love for learning. Okay, yeah. So what I do is my research work for university. We put things before you. You assess it yourself. Use your brain. Think about it. Next picture, please. Okay. Now, that is the Jade piece. Okay, yeah. So there, 45. Now the Zunwen is a very, very old, right? Very, very old pictogram, because in China, we don't use alphabet, right? All our character come from pictures. So we look at something, that's why we have so many different variety of different, drawing, shall we say. It's a pictogram, pictures, aren't they? Yeah. So right in the middle of it, in the center, you can see the character, the qi. So that's why they call it 行气玉配明. It's a Jade piece. Now, right on the right-hand side, you see a little hole there, a tiny little hole. That's it, yeah. Now, this archaeology still arguing about, on the other side, you got another hole. So would it be, as for a piece of strength, or tiny little piece of strength? So people knocked it, and in China, we carry on the body. So a piece of jade, would it be just like a pocket computer today, or your phone? And 445 character talking about 3 levels of breathing. So when people actually training, they forgot about the sequences. All you have to do is pick it up and look at it, look at it, I mean, so to remind you, what is the next move, technically. Okay, so some people say it's not, some people will say yes, and I do think that is it, so, but obviously we have a lot of research work to do. Okay, whatever is now, next picture. Okay, now I'm going to translate it, so this is from my Chinese book. Okay, from my Chinese book. Okay, yeah. Now, the middle part, all the character, the brown part, yeah, they're coming out from the upper part. They're coming out from the upper part, that J piece. You can see it right at the top. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, what I did was that part of my dissertation is I used the translations, okay, which is right at the bottom of it. Now, these extracts are all coming from my PhD, 400,000 words of dissertations, 17 years ago. Okay. Now, so I just roughly translate it to you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They call, now the stroke is coming up from the left-hand side, the Chinese character, we have vertical writing. Yeah. Like that. Okay. Yeah. So from the left-hand side, it starts. Okay. They call it 行气. Now it mentioned about you swallow the dimensions deep, talking about very deep, and then you're creating the phenomenon of storage, right? Okay, so, and the third one is, when you have the storage, you can extend the storage, okay? And then the fourth stroke is that when you extend you downward on the storage, okay? And the fifth one is, when you extend downward, you will get stability. You got more stability. Then the next one is the stability will give you a consolidate, right? A very good foundations, a lot of collection. And then the next one, the collection is like a seed. So a seed start growing, 菇一萌, right? So things start growing like a life force. So that means the energy, once you're creating to a certain amount, right? So powerful that it helps, right? Something to grow. Obviously, we're talking about cells, human cells now. Okay, yeah. And then is that the more energy you're cultivating, the growth would be much longer. Okay, yeah. And then also you can repeat it, repetition, 長則福, and then 福則天. So that means is, you know, when you福, also it means twist it around, turn around. Now, this is talking about the third type of, now, I translate this and I go into the three type. How are we looking at, how I've been looking at it, okay, yeah? So, 天機在上, 地機在下. So that means when you talk about a microcosmic path and then also the macrocosmic path. And finally, it say that, right, if you're doing it correctly, right, you will have longevity. You'll have a very long life, very healthy life, okay? But if you do it wrong, it's fatality, not vitality, fatality. It'll cause death. Now, this is a warning. So this warning, right, was giving out this study 4,000 years ago in China in writing, talking about don't play with energy work you don't know. Now, you heard about all the good thing about energy work. Nobody seems to talk about the negative side. Yin and yang, there must be the yin and yang. So that's my job to find out the opposite side. And I'm telling you, when I read 17 years of these classical texts, and I come across so many records that people died because they're playing with their energy. So therefore, like he's playing with a fire. You're playing with a fire you don't know, and you got burned. Because why? So if you bring it back into today's term is, yeah, the Naidan, the internal Taoist medicine, right? We don't take external Taoist medicine or just medication if you want to use the character, you want to use the languages, medication. Now, Taoist medicine have medication outside the body, we call Waidan, external. So would anybody with a bit of sense would go into a pharmacy and just went over to the shelf and just pull out all the drugs, pills, and start swallowing it? I don't think anybody with a bit of intelligence or with a bit of logics would do that, wouldn't you? True? Because you need to make diagnosis. You need to know what you're eating, what you're taking, what the tablets are for. I don't think anybody will go into that. Because you see a tablet there and you know, oh yeah, that tablet, the property of that tablet is doing this. This property of the tablet is doing that. You don't know, you won't even touch it. Yeah? Okay, if you accept that, then may I ask, why on earth you know nothing about natural body medicine inside? What do you know? You know nothing about it, and you go around playing with this. Now, if you're successful, that's supposed to be a good thing. But how do you know you have induced the correct natural body medicine inside yourself? There are 14 major organs, okay? So the Naidan, or today the word hormone, is to regulate our psychological and our physiological health status. Do you know anything about that? So you don't know. And you start playing with it. So if you induce, right, the wrong medicine, now it's set here, you die. So if you said that, you know, the narrative said, oh, if you do it wrong, you may become ill. That's fair enough. Even ill is fine because you're ill, you can get better. But no, it didn't say that. Say it here. If everything gone wrong, you would die. So that means if you start popping all the pills, you would die. You're playing with all the natural body medicine inside, you would die. Now, this warning is there. How many people know, or how many people actually bother or to know, or do you want to know? Now, so therefore, it is very important, okay, yeah? So when you're doing QiGong, you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're dealing with. There's so many things that we don't understand in the universe. so many powerful energy, and you try to collect them. Oh yeah, please come. Oh, come to me. Oh yeah, come. And then when you suddenly, right, maybe, the phone ring, hey, yeah, it's time for dinner, or, oh, you had a meeting there. Oh, okay, now don't come. I had enough now. Please don't come. Chi, don't come. Energy outside, don't come. Yeah, all right, don't come. Harry Potter, don't come. Okay, yeah. Do you know how to stop them? Do you know how to stop the energy? Good. You open yourself. You keep on saying, open up yourself. Yes. Do you know how to close it? Do you know how to stop it? Don't you think it's very dangerous? Don't you think it's very dangerous? So please, right? I'm only advising you. You listen to me or you don't listen to me. That's not my problem. That's your problem. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So that is why it's very, very important that you have to know exactly what are you doing. Don't play with energy you don't know. Okay. Yeah. Right. Is this second partner, Paul?